Alex. Today I want to do a video on values. I've been doing a lot of self-reflection lately. I'm ready to set my goals, but there's a step in between, and that's setting your values. I actually didn't realize how important it was until I started using Hemlock and Oak Planner, which is where I'm going to record my values today, because they actually give you a space. So we're going to talk about why you should set values, how to set values, and then I'm gonna walk you through my 10 values. That way I can inspire you or get you thinking about that aspect of your life and what you value. So don't mind me if you see me writing stuff down. Values are what motivate you to reach your goals, but also what you live by. I use it in the same way as a moral, or just something you believe in, a strong opinion that you have. Maybe it's like a hill you would die on. A value is something that you live by. It is something that you align yourself with, how you act or work or think or do. You live by certain values. Even if you don't have these wrote down and clearly defined, you know in your heart and in your brain that you're living by something. So basically what we're going to do in this video is really define those for you and see how you can use those in your everyday life. So why should you define these values? Why can't you just live by them in your head and your heart? You can. However, it is really helpful to clearly know your values. It's kind of a reflection and an introspection with yourself. You're taking the time to think about what matters to you, and that will also help drive you towards setting your goals or realizing why you have certain goals. The more clearly defined you can get things, the more success you're gonna have, and that is 100% true. When you have a vision or a goal, the more specific it is, the easier it's gonna be for you to get to it because you know where you should be to fit that goal or that value. Whenever you make a big decision, even a small decision, you use your values. When you treat people a certain way or you stand up for people over certain things, maybe you advocate for something, that is all about your values. Your values are personal to you, however, you live by them every day. And if you have certain values and you notice you're not living in alignment with them, that is a goal to set because that is something to fix. Deep down, your values are what you want for yourself. And if you find yourself living outside of those, maybe now you'll realize and you'll set goals or habits that can help you get back on track so you're living aligned with what you really want to be and who you want to be. So now I'm going to set my 10 values. Feel free to write these with me, get inspired. Maybe when I say one, you'll say, I don't think like that, but I feel this way, and you get a value. Maybe you feel the same way as me. Whatever it is, grab a sticky note, grab a planner, grab whatever you have, and write down your values with me. Let's get into it. My first one is like an inception value. What I mean by that, it is live in alignment with your values. Yeah, this is a value in itself, even though it's acknowledging my values. That's what I've noticed within myself is that I don't always live aligned with what I truly believe in. It's that I'm not living the life I want to live, and I'm not putting in the effort to align myself where I want to be. Even if this is not a value for you, it should be a goal, and it should be to live in alignment with the following values. So my second value is actually one I carried over from last year, and I think it's one that's here to stay. Don't quit your daydream. This is such an important value to me because most of my goals are about achieving my dreams, about achieving my passions, and for the past 5-6 years, I have really given my dreams a backseat, had self-doubt, I've convinced myself out of things, and if I live by this value, don't quit your daydream, I'm not going to give up. So that's why that is so important to me. My third value is a little bit more wordy. I just like to word them beautifully or poetically, I guess, because it just gets me excited about it. If I really wanted to sum this one up in 2 words, it's be respectful. However, I worded it as, it's beautiful to live in a world where people can truly be themselves. That's a value to me because I really take pride in allowing people to be themselves and not being the person that judges them, not being the person that bullies them or makes fun of them or putting them down. It can be as simple as someone's hobby, it can be as complex as someone's gender identity. Whatever it is, I am not here to judge you. If you are yourself and you're happy and you're not hurting anybody, that's the most beautiful thing. The world is so much better when people can be themselves. There's less pain and negativity and hurt. So if I can do my part by not being judgmental and welcoming people and learning from them, then that's just so important to me. So that's why that's one of my values. My fourth value kind of echoes the third value. Fourth value is about I can't control other people, but I can control what I do with the situation. So my fourth value is remove yourself from situations that don't serve you. This is something I've really struggled with. Sometimes you want to feel included, sometimes you don't want to be the party pooper, and I've struggled with that a lot. That's my main focus of next year, is making sure I remove myself. I don't have to make a scene, although I'm very opinionated and will stand up for people and the planet whenever need be. But if someone is being disrespectful, if someone is making uncomfortable jokes, if someone is doing something that I do not align with and I am just in a bad situation that I don't want to be in, instead of worrying about other people and keeping them comfortable, I'm going to remove myself. It's not it. I'm not staying in these situations anymore. I don't have to do that. You can just leave. You can just remove yourself from situations. So that is kind of like more than a value, that is a promise to myself, is to make sure that I respect myself. It's about respecting myself enough to walk away. My fifth value is something I've really come to terms with this year. It may seem obvious, but once it really clicks in your brain, it can change a lot. The fifth value is all you have is right now. The reason why that's so important to me is it's no good for me to look at the past or worry about the future. I'm someone who has stressed about things and relived past memories so much. It is so unhealthy for you to live like that, understanding that all that ever happens or exists is right now in a moment. That can be a paralyzing thought, but I've been using it to empower me to pay attention to what I need and to pay attention to what I'm doing in this moment. I obviously set goals and make plans. However, my priority is understanding that I'm setting those plans for the future, but having these conversations and these feelings and these inspirations right now. So value number 6 is a general statement. It's a statement that actually relates to a couple different things, which is what I like about values. Values should be able to encompass a lot more goals than just one. Even though they can be really specific, values are more of an overall theme. So my value number 6 is what you consume matters. This means so many different things. Whatever you think of right away is probably what you needed to hear from that value. The main reason I made this was because of media. So you're watching YouTube. I love YouTube. I love social media. I love TV. I love books. However, you are dedicating time. You are consuming whatever that person throws at you. That matters, and that plays a factor into your overall well-being. It plays a factor into your personal development, your path to success. I just used to only consume media for entertainment. I forgot that we have so many resources to learn and to be inspired. So what matters to me in that sense is that I pay attention to what I consume and make sure I'm getting something out of it for whatever I need in that moment. It might be entertainment, but sometimes I need something a little bit more. This also matters for 2 other reasons. Consume as in food consumption and water consumption. I'm really struggling with my health, my nutrition, and my hydration. If you watch any of my vlogs, I say this every vlog that I'm gonna get it on track, and I'm having a hard time. That matters for me. And then consumption in an environmental sense. I am studying to be a climate scientist, so obviously consumption matters, and that is just about what I'm taking from the world, if I'm doing it the right way, in the most right way that I can. So that's just a value that takes in a lot, but is really important to me. My 7th value is every day starts with how you feel. This one has to do with physical health as well as mental health, as well as aligning myself with my values. If you wake up and you are in a negative mind space, or you feel bad about yourself, or you're anxious about the future, or you haven't been taking care of yourself, you wake up and you feel that. And you can change the way you feel. I didn't say that every day is exactly how it starts. Every day starts with how you feel. This is a good value for me to indicate what I need to focus on that day. If I'm feeling really lousy because I haven't been consuming the right amount of food or water, I'll focus on that. If I wake up and I'm really anxious, I will take some mindfulness time and try to relax. And if I'm just really distracted or not inspired, I'll go outside for a walk. Things like that. It's just about being in tune with my intuition and my feelings and acknowledging that, because that's really important. My 8th value is about my environmental value, and it is we are nature. So 3 simple words, but what it means is we are not separate from nature, we are not better than nature. We and nature are interconnected, we are the same. Listen, we can argue about this all day. We are not separate from nature. You would have nothing without nature, and it scares me. It terrifies me. How many people think that humans are not natural, we're not a part of the earth? I have a side project I'm working on that is specifically to this value, so I know I'll have a lot of goals to align that with. My 9th value is about basically why I have a YouTube channel, why I am chasing this daydream, why I'm doing all these projects. Live to inspire. So I just want to inspire people. I want to inspire you to go to a cafe. I want to inspire you to read a certain book. I want to inspire you to write down your values. Following Alex is about following me through my life. I'm not a leader. That's not what I'm trying to be. Follow me so I can show you what I'm doing and inspire you to do something similar or inspire you to do something. I just want to keep the curiosity and love for life alive and pass it on to other people. And number 10 is a value near and dear to my heart, and it wasn't a value that I had last year, but it is something that is so specific and important to me this year. You were meant to create. Creativity and art, people don't appreciate it even though they consume it all day long. Not to get all woo-woo, but nature is artistic. I'm meant to create. I'm not going to diminish wanting to be a creative by thinking it's not an acceptable career. I'm meant to express myself through creativity. That is something that I deeply feel, and that's something I'm gonna practice this year or next year. I'm gonna practice it for the rest of my life. So that's my 10th and a very important value. It's why I'm filming a YouTube video. If you have any personal values or you align with mine or you just want to talk about something, leave me a comment. I would love to hear it. If you like this kind of content, it's what I live for, so feel free to like and subscribe, and just thank you so much for watching and just being a part of this journey with me. So